Welcome to Harvest Valley. This is some Burning Wheel. Last week we had to have a short episode because of reasons, and
That was 2 weeks ago.
was it? No, wait.
Week
Oh,
and a
because
half.
it's a
Right.
week and a half because we changed days. So welcome
Mhm.
on our new day, which is
Can we
Tuesday.
see the reason?
She's currently at the groomers, and she will be back
Oh,
soon. Probably in about an hour, and then you will get to see her.
The reason for
all
this.
right.
Because she's adorable. Uh, is for doggo reasons, you see.
hmm
uh,
Butterfly reasons,
Best reasons.
yes, butterfly reasons.
mariposa reasons.
Yes, exactly. She's, yep. Anyway, that's been the most exciting and interesting thing going on in my life is getting a tiny dog, which I will share with you. And if you follow me on social media, you will see pictures of her. There weren't a whole lot last week, over the last week and a half, because she was wearing her cone of shame, and that just came off the other day, and so now there will be more pictures. How about you guys? It's been a quick minute.
Mhm.
Let's start with Sam. How about you? I just got finished watching uh Sunday's episode of In Service to Our Lord, and seeing your character get wrecked in that burning wheel game.
I I thought last episode actually went pretty good for Vero. Vero's on an upswing right now.
Right, right. It's gonna come back later when your girlfriend murders your wife and kicks you in the and it just
Right. Well, so that's the thing is
you still think you can
is
get out of that? Okay.
right. Is like I'm trouble later is fine.
Mm.
That's okay. I'm not so worried about the soft moves, to put it in Powered by the Apocalypse game. There are plenty of hard moves coming my way, and those are what I'm really focused on. But
So
like
if you don't survive to your marriage, then you don't have to worry about it. Got it.
right, like the duel of wits, like I was hoping to win, but I really didn't think I was going to.
You did
And so,
surprisingly well.
right, like I couldn't really hope for much better than that. And I leveled up some stuff. I progressed my agenda. I think I did okay. Outside of finding out that my wonderfully sociopathic assassin girlfriend is actually the bad kind of sociopathic that wants to do bad things to me. You know.
I just only if you take any sort of joy in this upcoming political marriage that you're kind of being forced into.
Life's hard. Life's hard for a burning wheel character.
That is
But
super true.
Ned is a simpler man. He has simpler goals. But I still have a feeling things will go just as bad trying to accomplish them.
Oh, that's probably true. All right, how about you, Adam? What have you been up to this past week and a half or so? Anything exciting?
Today I lazed around a lot, and I played nothing but Warrior in Hearthstone because it's too much fun. Because I just have a strategy where I use cards that sort of like clear the board a lot, and then like I get it down to like one minion, and then I use my weapon on that one minion, and then I'm good. And then big swarmy decks don't overrun me, and big huge decks, I'm fine. Great.
Awesome.
Other than that, Mortally Bankrupt has been playtesting well. Fleshing out the other parts of that, writing rules, getting better at writing rules. I got really confused about how to write rules for a second there because I was like, word choice is hard. I would spend like literally 2 days picking a choice for one word. And these are like entire days, not like days where I'm doing other things. It's not good, but I figured that out. Turns out you just use more words because words rely on context. That's me.
Cool.
Yeah.
Uh,
Use piles of words.
piles and piles of words. Yeah,
Yep.
Golden, what about you? What's been going on in your internets?
Well, I've been mostly being piled under job searches, like just applying for jobs. It's not too bad to send a resume, but a lot of these have like 15 question essays you gotta answer. And then I never get back to you anyway, so.
Ugh.
But that's what I've been doing. I've also been playing a little bit of Hearthstone. I just made a deck that has a 77% win rate.
Yeah, I saw your stats
Ooh.
on that. That was real good.
I just
I haven't.
threw this
What is
deck
it?
together.
I might
I'm
steal
like,
that.
oh, this
deck
shit
list.
looks good. This look good. I just put all these cards in, and it working out.
Mhm.
Other than that, I've been trying to figure out how to code video conferencing software. Because Roll20 is a headache for me, and so is Discord, and so is Zoom. I'm just going to make the perfect thing, and I got it figured out. Now I just need time, but I'm spending all my time on job searches. So
Gotcha.
Solid.
I am streaming now.
Golly gee, I am missing my little
Well, that's
old
me.
doggy.
All right. Well, then let's talk about some burning wheels. Our last episode was just a trait vote. At the end of which we forgot to do the end of arc awards. And so we were going to do those real quick. And then I think we can go into who our characters are and what they believe in. So where is my burning wheel book here? Okay.
I got mine in a better
where's
place.
this information?
Okay.
Let's find it.
It's somewhere.
Ha 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 ha. First try, page 64 is where we're looking at.
Perfect. Thank you. Yeah. So workhorse. The most relied upon. This is for mundane stuff. Having a piece of gear to make a scene go, having a skill to get another character safely through danger, just generally slaving away behind the scenes.
I feel like this is the Net Award.
Yeah, I think so.
I like
think,
it. Yeah.
I think Ned has done a lot of really mundane stuff. Just a lot of it.
Mhm.
I do a lot of like pushing you guys out of danger and slaving away in the background is a good way of putting it, I think.
Yeah.
And then other people taking the glory and talking about how they're a master carpenter all the time and just being, bad friends.
We need the bad friend penalty where you have to, at the end of an arc, you have to spend persona to keep playing the character.
Oh, we should have gave bad friend as a trait during the trade vote.
Dang.
Man, that was
Ooh.
great.
I mean,
Shall we time
That
travel
would've-
a little bit?
That would have resulted in a bad temper to Adam, and then real Adam would have gotten kicked off the show because he had a bad temper.
No,
Oh,
no. I don't think so.
No, I don't.
Well,
think
that's
so.
why you have a veto.
Sure. Let's talk about MVP. Do we think that someone was the most valuable player for a scenario during spring? Who helped drive the story to its conclusion and shine? And everyone goes, damn, we just couldn't have done it without him.
I honestly feel like you're all so balanced.
Yeah, I don't
Like-
really think like any of us really just kind of jumped out at that. We all did like the conclusion was not like some heroic victory that someone can claim. It was us getting the shit kicked out of us by mice.
Yeah, that did happen.
I mean, more stuff happened after that, but it's like, we it's all downhill from that point.
I
Really.
like how upside down we are, that we can argue with a goddess and win, but we get the shit kicked out of us by mice.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We did make a lot of money at the end, though.
That's
Who made the big roll
true.
to make us all the money?
Probably me.
Is that like one person?
Um.
I can't
Let's
remember.
see.
Oh no, we killed a crab together. Yeah, I
That's
don't-
right.
Yeah, you
and I
all
would have
worked
been
together.
the opposite of a part of that because I was hiding, using
But I don't know
stuff.
that. Like, even then, like it
Okay.
was us working together,
Then-
wasn't it?
If anything, I would say it was Esteban and his ability to sing the portals open.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
I'd take that. I'd give him that.
Because we wouldn't have even gone.
Didn't he lead the Duel of Wits against Winter as well?
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Then
definitely.
definitely.
All right, I'm happy with that.
Sweet.
I am too. I was about to bring that up. Yep. Mhm.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Cool.
I feel like it, especially because this was not the arc where Ashlyn got Faith, right?
Nope.
Okay.
I'd
That was
gotten
I
before
didn't
that.
think so. You already had Faith when I got to
Yeah.
the game.
Mhm.
Because
Mhm.
if not, I would say like if you were in Faith, you should probably have gotten MVP too.
I
probably
think
a
I
big-
did get MVP last arc.
that makes
Yeah, I think I remember that too. Yeah.
Were we gonna talk about deeds? I know we
I think we
chatted
are.
about that briefly. When we got Winter to agree to release Harvest Valley and move across the other side of the Hardlands,
Sleep Rock.
to Sleet Rock, we were just discussing in hindsight that may have qualified for a deeds. The only hangup I would say is that we did it for reasons other than personal gain. I
Didn't we
mean,
do it to
I don't
end
feel
Winter?
like we did it just for us, but it was definitely
Well-
directly personally affecting us.
Well, deeds is the opposite way around. Deeds are if you're not just personally
Okay.
gaining
Yeah,
from
it's for like going above and beyond your
Well,
own
I mean,
benefit.
like,
But I
was-
feel like saving the town from eternal winter kind of is going above and beyond personal agenda,
Yeah.
right? Like, am I wrong?
you
Just
know,
a bit.
I can see it either way. I mean, like, I think anytime you start looking at something and talking about whether a deed is worthy or not, it's almost because of the way the rule is written. And I think this is maybe somewhat on purpose.
mhm.
You can almost always make a solid argument for either side. So I think what it really comes down to is you just gotta go with your first gut feeling. And I think that if Golden, your gut feeling is to say no this time, I don't think it's a deed. We should just go with that ruling.
My gut feeling is that who done the deed? Because we can argue it's Adam because he was leading the argument.
It could have.
Or
It could.
Well,
have
this was
been-
before that. When I had the argument with Winter, it wasn't to end Winter
Yeah,
at all.
that
It
was
was to
to-
keep Ash out of the mirror.
Mhm.
yeah.
It
Yeah.
was Ashlyn that convinced her to.
With
Mhm.
Winter,
Was
I
it
mean,
Ashlyn
wasn't
for?
to end
I mean, you guys helped also.
Winter.
we
yeah,
all
that-
did.
that
It
was
was to
to-
keep Ash
Oh,
out
oh,
of the
oh.
mirror.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was
I agree.
Ashlyn
Oh.
that
The dual
convinced her
choice.
to.
I'm not against giving out deeds,
Okay.
but I don't know about giving everybody a deeds.
Did it wrong.
It's your call.
I don't think Ashlyn could have done it without some help, but I don't know if I could say who helped more.
But I don't necessarily think that that's like a reason. Like, if Golden is saying it's one deed, it's for the person who did the deed. Like it doesn't.
Okay.
In my mind, it's like Frodo getting to Mount Doom. Of course, he couldn't do it without Aragorn and Legolas and Gimli. But when he throws the ring into Mount Doom, he gets the deed point.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay. I guess that's fair. All right.
So I will be a little bit rules breaking here and say you can hand a deed to somebody else if you want.
that's quite a gift.
Ooh.
I would never do that. I'm not gonna lie to you guys.
I mean,
But I'm gonna award it to Ashlyn, I guess.
I'll take
Because Ashlyn
it.
was the lead arguer in that thing.
Ashwin, you gotta get to that gray shade faith.
I know, right? It's all about gray shade faith.
Get that gray shade faith, though.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Cool. Is that everything we needed to tie up?
I think so.
Sounds perfect.
Sure.
I still need to do my downtime, but that's neither here nor there.
Well, I have a scene to play out before we do the time skip, so maybe I can buy you some time.
Sure, that sounds good to me.
Yeah, you
Actually,
guys got 2 months of downtime. We're only time skipping by a month. But I felt like there's a month of downtime in that time we played. Should be able to mark off. All right. So let me take a look at Ned's beliefs here.
Oh yeah, we should say your stuff. Yeah.
Should we just talk about our beliefs?
Yeah, let's talk about our beliefs.
That's a good idea. Let's talk about our beliefs. Good call. Okay. Actually, let me put us over to the Roll20 screen so that I can show the audience our beliefs. I'll start with myself because I'm first, and then I'll be able to move on. So my beliefs are Mr. Carmichael now owns the clock tower. I need to convince him to let Ash live and work out of that building. Rachel has been good to me. I need to do something special for her. A nice picnic lunch away from the town sounds perfect. And the crops are ready to harvest, the new planting to be done. I'll honor the harvest goddess. I guess by doing these things. Always pick wildflowers or berries is my first instinct. Always wake up at 6 a.m. sharp. Never stay up past 2 a.m. in the morning. And always presume the best of people. I actually changed that from previously because I don't think there's going to be a lot of new faces. So it didn't make sense to always make a friend of a new acquaintance because I don't think there's a lot of new people for her to meet. So...
yeah, it's mostly just me being lazy.
I mean, the town is pretty small too, and even if there are other people in the town that she hasn't met, I think she's probably like at least bumped into them over the last year and a half. So
yeah,
her traits are opportunist, tenacious, grit under her fingernails, urbane, faithful, a familiar face, curse of the night, an aura of determination. Okay, let's see who might be next.
I'm
Esteban.
next in alphabetical order. Cool.
Yeah.
My first belief is the ground of the Hardland is not fit for a garden like Ashlyn or Ned's, but maybe can serve some other purpose or just needs some love. I'll plow up some and see if there's something underneath. Second, Ash can stay in Harvest Valley if we honor our commitment to the Harvest Goddess. Ashlyn, Ned, and I must work together to rebuild the mirror. Because that was a part of our promise to the Winter Goddess.
You mean the Winter Goddess?
Yep.
Okay. He did. And I was like, okay.
Yeah. And my last belief is my sheep and goats have begun eating the slimes of the Hardlands, turning their wool to wondrous colors. Perhaps I can find a way to monetize this. And my three instincts are when I get mad or upset, sing my heart out. Always volunteer for odd jobs. And when there's a lull in conversation, tell a weird story. My traits are odd, bad influence, curly hair, moldy, battered, somnambulist, which means sleepwalker, tight knit, observant of rituals. I'm a gossip. I have an affinity for sheep and goats, and I'm a deep sleeper. I got all
Alright.
sleepy traits this trait vote.
So many sleepy traits. There we go.
I have things and stuff.
Let's see it.
While I may be an excellent builder, I am lacking in my ability to design and architect grand structures. I will find someone to teach me. I need to make sure this hotel gets done so I can get back to the real job, building my brewery. I got the ice cream milled. Time to experiment with some test batches. And my new super special belief is that in summer, we prep for winter. I will make sure Ashlyn has the firewood she will need. Instincts are to measure twice, cut once. Anger leads to hate. Always make time to practice my brewing. Traits are man of few words, tight-knit community, gossip, observant of rituals, chronic back pain, Louie woo, and dependable.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah.
So I've been thinking about this, and I think the scene we want to do to finish the hotel. So the hotel is done, but it needs furnishing. It needs furniture, and what better than like a magnificent mahogany desk for the front desk? You know, where they check in. You think you could build something like that?
A mahogany desk?
You know,
Don't I have to build the hotel first?
well, you've built the hotel. You got to fill it up, though. Unless you want to actually.
Yeah, that's fine. We can say that. So like basically the failure that I already had was like we were able to complete the hotel, but we lost good men in the process.
Yep.
Okay, yeah. So I'll build this desk. They bring in the finest mahogany for me to work on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is a worthy test of my skills.
Yeah, I mean everyone's gonna see the hotel, right? But this is something you can point to and say you did this.
Yeah, you know the hotel I was the foreman on, but I wasn't the architect. I wasn't the the lead designer. I had a team behind me, and a guy died, so you feel a little bad bragging about about the hotel. But this is just Ned. This is just Ned.
That's right.
Cool. What's my ob here?
All right.
So
The base ob is going to be 3.
Okay.
But it has to look.
Yeah, it's like pretty fancy,
Has
so
to
I
look
could see it like being a little harder because it's like a.
So you're gonna ask for extra effect.
Yeah, exactly. Can I trade trade position for effect here?
Yeah. Hmm. So do you want to make it completely out of wood, or do you want to bring in some metal working, or?
Well, I mean, I probably wouldn't do any of the metal work, but I would I would have them like send me like knobs and like handles and stuff. The desk itself
Okay.
would be made out of wood, but I would install like, handles and, little stubs in the floor because you can't have the wood directly against the floor. You obviously are going to have some metal bits, bobs here and there, but I'm not smithing any of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Do you want to do a link test? Maybe with circles or resources?
Well, I thought would Mr. Carmichael be paying for it because it's his.
He would, But I'm giving you the opportunity to raise the odds if you want a harder test.
Wouldn't a linked test
If you succeeded,
give me more dice?
if you succeed.
You're saying you're giving me an opportunity to fail?
Yes.
I mean, I'll take a linked resources test to like basically I have to front the money, right? Because I have to like expense it out. So like I have to be able to front out this like nice silversmithing work.
Yeah, I mean,
And
unless you
I have to pay for like the materials and stuff, and then I can expense it.
unless you're
So
happy with the routine test. Because Obs 3 is routine, right?
yeah. I mean, I'm not like that worried about it, but I mostly just want the resources test as well. I think I'll succeed. So yeah, what's the resource test that I'm looking at here?
All right, let me look at resources here. Shit, gotta find that now. I mean, I figure like you can kind of pick, right? Because if you just want like some simple silver, it's going to be different than like some acid etched, you know,
Well, that depends. Is Mr.
handle and
Carmichael
blown
helping me?
glass.
Is Mr. Carmichael
Hmm.
going to help me with his big B5 resources score?
You know what? Sure.
Cool.
So
Yeah.
I'll give you 2 dice.
All right. What would I get for like an OB3 test? OB4 is like jewelry. It's like a set of jewelry for like a lord. So I'm guessing OB3 would be good.
What page are you looking at? Oh, here it is. $366. Yeah, Ops 4 is jewelry.
Or like I think it's like a warhorse is OB3 too, or OB4, right?
Warhorse would be OB5.
A trained falcon is OB4.
I think Ops 4 is right. Because I don't think you're like an Elvish Book of Lore or these other things like feel like these are unique items, right? So I don't think you're getting like the holy doorknob of Antioch or something.
So yeah. I definitely don't think OB5. I was thinking like maybe OB3 or 4, because like I don't know that I would be paying more than the cost of a riding or draft horse for like the knobs on a desk.
Right. I think Ops 4 is right. But if you want them to
OB3
be
is a horse. OB3 is a riding horse.
Ops 4 would be for like really ornate details, and Ops 3 would just be for
like pretty fancy.
They're pretty fancy, but
you know what? Let's do it. Guys, let's do it. OB4.
All right, OB4.
We're going for it.
All right.
So I get 2 dice from Mr. Carmichael. I get 2 dice from my railroad fund. I'm gonna spend my last cash die. Getting rich, boys and girls. Getting rich. Got to spend money to make money.
Wow.
Okay, so I'm 4. Boom!
You made it.
All right, I'm gonna re-roll those 6s because I want it to be real. Actually, I only have 3 fate. I'm not doing that.
All right. So yeah,
but I do advance my resources.
Like these handles are like
nice
etched, and like there are different like swirly patterns and like these metal silver bars you got that you can inlay into the wood.
Yeah, awesome.
All the furnishings you want, like you got like a little drill, and then you can like pour like silver spikes in to hold it together.
It's gonna be very nice. Very nice desk.
Beautiful.
All right, so then I have a carpentry test, and what you said, ob 4, ob 3.
Up 3.
All right. All right. All right. Well, since I'm not getting a difficult test, I'm gonna fork everything. Tree wise, because I know very well the way the grain of the mahogany behaves. It has a slight more of a twist to the grain as opposed to your more standard building materials that have a little bit more of a straight lined grain, a
Sure.
little bit less of a wave. I'm definitely going to go ahead and fork in mending, because I have to put on like all of the bells and whistles. I have to like put on the knobs and everything, do all the
Sure.
like little parts after doing the main building. And I think that's what I got here.
Okay.
But that's 7
Well,
dice.
if you fail, you're still going to make the desk, but it's going to warp with the humidity, and the desk won't be flat, and the drawers will never close right.
Oh yeah,
and it'll be this monument to your failure forever.
I didn't account for the humidity in this environment as compared to the natural state where this tree is from. Cool.
Right.
All right. But I'm all
But-
right.
But you're all right. Oh, no 6s though.
But it's fine. It's fine.
Still get
That's
there.
fine. You did it. All right. So, how do you put your sign on this desk?
Oh, it's definitely his maker's mark,
What's it like?
right? Because he's
Where
like
is it?
he's an old school craftsman. So he definitely has a maker's mark. So basically, I'm imagining this as being like a like large, like executive style, like hotel front desk.
Absolutely.
It like covers an entire like space in a wall. It adds like 3 sets of drawers, like a left, right, and a middle. And the maker's mark is in the leftmost set of drawers in the middle drawer. On the inside, like on the inside back panel where you would never see unless you pull the drawer out, is where his mark is. And it's a circle. Oh, you know what it is? It's a I'm trying to think of how this would work. So it's like basically like it. What he does is he like carved it into a seal and then burns it into the wood. And what it is it's a little monkey.
Okay.
A little monkey that like looks like it's like in the middle of a dance, and he's holding like what seems to be some sort of like coin, and it has like a stylized N R monogram on the coin.
Sweet.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So you hit it. I was like, maybe he's going to put it like on the top, like front. No, you're being classy.
No, because in like 200 or 300 years, when somebody tries to pawn this desk, they have to take it in, and they're gonna be like, we got to bring in the expert. Oh, well, you see, I'm pretty sure this is a Rollins table. Oh, here it is. You gotta know where these makers marks are.
Nice. So are you imagining, you said described it as being like built into the wall. Is it like 7 or 8 feet, or is it like 12 or 15 and it's like got a curve in it? Or is it like just straight to the point?
Man, I'm imagining it would be look like something like that if you in John Wick, how like the assassin hotels are like that like super Baroque thing. No,
I haven't
you
seen
haven't
John
it.
Wick.
It's like very, very like Baroque, right? So it's like this dark hardwood. It's dark stained wood. It's massive. I think it's
Glossy?
probably it's probably like 8+ feet because I'm imagining you would have like 2 lobby attendants standing behind it. You know what I mean? Like, so you'd, if it was like a modern day desk, you'd have like essentially 2 or 3 stations for people to check in. So it's big.
That's what I was thinking.
Cool. All right. So yeah, you build this desk into the wall, and
And
you know,
it's
you and
beautiful.
Mr. Carmichael give the hotel a once over, you know, one final inspection, and you're both happy with it, right?
Yeah. I shake his hand and I
Yeah.
go, on to the brewery.
He nods and he says, I'll send my boys up to Ashland's farm in the morning.
Ned tips
Nice.
his cowboy hat, heads off down the road.
All right.
After the break, after our break, like the month later, now Ned has a cowboy hat, by the way.
Oh,
His
gotcha.
hair is still long and full of like sawdust and twigs, but now he's got a cowboy hat.
Uh-huh.
Because he's coming to some money. You know?
Got to spend it on a
no.
nice hat. Just
He's
like
got B3 resources
Esteban
now.
spends it on amazing shoes.
Ned Rollins is now just as rich as my noble character in my other Burning Wheel game. So
Wow.
put that in perspective.
That, I mean, noble.
I mean, B3 resources is wealthy.
I mean, that's it's true. That now Ned is richer than Ashlyn, so congratulations.
And more importantly, richer than Esteban.
I mean, everyone is richer than Esteban.
Who knew that Ned was the savvy investor of the group?
All right, I finished all of my downtime, so you almost perfectly aligned with you wrapping up that scene. So thank you so much for buying me that time.
That was on purpose. I timed that.
Definitely.
Oh yeah.
Hey.
That's why all the extra questions.
Mm-hmm.
So I did want to do one scene with Ash.
With Ashlyn?
Kelsey, do you want to play Ash
Oh yes,
by
you were telling me
herself?
this. Yeah, I can play Ash.
All right.
Does Kelsey get another character sheet now?
No.
So am I going to play Ash and Ashlyn, or just Ash? I'm just confused.
Just Ash.
Okay.
So let me set the scene for you. So Ash is going to wake up in like the master bedroom of the mansion.
Mm-hmm.
And she's going to go to her workroom where she has the clock that used to be in the clock tower.
Mm-hmm.
The winter goddess used her magic to steal all the clocks. And though she allowed,
goddess.
yeah, though she allowed the winter to end, she didn't return to all the clocks.
Mm-hmm.
And the giant clock is gravity powered, but if you put a gravity powered clock on the floor, it won't run because the hanging bits aren't hanging.
Mm-hmm.
And Ash knows that the clock has to tick over to summer.
Oh. Interesting.
Or else it will not become summer.
It's handy that she knows that. So I guess she needs to get it put up on a wall or something?
Yeah, however you want to do it. Also, like, it hasn't been running for a while because, you know, just been laying around. And, you know, when you try and force a clock run faster, you have a chance of breaking it.
Gotcha.
So somehow you have to. Ash needs to get this clock running, and if she succeeds or fails, this is the test she needs to learn clock making.
Okay. Yeah. So she's gonna take the clock, and like I picture there's like this in the Faust mansion, like this grand foyer area with like double staircases that go up to like a balcony area. And so she's
Sure.
gonna like set it up so that it's at the top of this balcony area, so like it's the first thing you see as you come in, because like this clock is not this big, it's like this
Oh
big.
yeah, it's huge.
It's
It's
huge.
way bigger than you. In
um
fact, like we maybe even see like a flashback of her like trying to drag it up the stairs or something with levers and pulleys and all that.
mm-hmm. um and I think maybe she'll um maybe she'll enlist some of the townsfolk to help her like get it into place, so that
Okay.
that way she's not gonna hurt herself doing it.
Okay. Yeah, do you think she asks the party to help?
Probably. She'd probably start by I think she'd probably start by asking Esteban. Um and or Ned. I guess whoever she came across first, but I feel like actually between Esteban and Ned, it might actually be Ned that she would go to.
Well, is this during the month that Ned's building the desk?
Yeah. Well, building the hotel.
Okay.
Maybe not then.
So yeah. So I guess Ash knows that Ned is building the hotel and that he's staying over on Ashland's farm. So I think in the evening, when they usually wrap up work on the hotel, she's gonna like walk over to the bridge that goes to Ashland's farm from where the hotel is, and kind of like wait for him there.
Mm.
Yeah, Ned is kind of a workaholic from what we've seen. So he's probably up on Ashland's roof when Ash gets there, and he's patching winter damage.
All right.
Because like you have a like a thatched roof, right?
Probably.
Right. And so like you have pretty much have to repair thatch every winter.
Mm-hmm.
So he's up there just like getting started. He's like it's probably a job they'll work on and off all summer, but he's like sectioned off the part of the roof he's working on and like moving across essentially.
Cool. Oh, Ned. Oh, it's good to see you there. It looks like you're busy. But I was hoping to get your help.
Come on up. I don't like talking and yelling.
All right. So Ash will carefully climb up onto the roof.
Yeah, Ned like doesn't stop working, but he's like just waiting for her to talk to him.
I'd help you with this if I could, but I don't know what you're doing. They didn't have roofs like this back in the city. Anyway, I need your help. I need to move a big clock back in the mansion, and I can't do it by myself.
Ned stands up, he like groans and cracks his back, because he was like leaning over, like using like I don't know what you use to fix a roof. I'm not gonna lie, whatever tools that is. And he'll go, all right, I suppose. Where are we going?
Okay, it's just back in the mansion. It's not that far. It's been a while since you've come by. Thank you for helping me before when well. Anyway, let's go. It shouldn't take too long with both of us helping, right? And then they get to the mansion.
All right. So it's just Ned and Ash dragging it up there.
I think so.
Okay.
I think Ashlyn was probably busy. Plus, I don't want to be two characters at the same time. That's a bit, well, I mean, I could, but whatever.
You've been to GM before. We all know what it's like.
We do.
So at some point, Ned has to go to work and leave Ash working on this giant clock. But he definitely sees that you are working on it because he was hauling it up the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
And that this is the ancient clock made by the town's legendary clockmakers. What are their names again? Let me scroll up really quick.
I don't know.
What were their names?
I keep
It's been so
finding and
long.
losing that
I pinned it.
diagram.
Didn't I pin
that's
it?
Right.
You might have.
It's
Yeah.
missing. Here it is, though. Yeah, Reginald Minute
Right.
was the
That was it.
the legendary clockmaker of the town. And so this clock has run your entire life. It rings out, the minutes and the hours and the days, and most importantly, the seasons. And I said the harvest goddess herself blessed this clock. And you can even see, like, there are extra hands, to tell you when to plant and when to harvest, and the phases of the moon and the seasons. And right now it's the year of the pig, but when it turns to summer, it's to become the next year. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So she's ready.
All right. So Ash has to fix
Wait,
this thing.
did we not know what the themes of our years were beforehand because we didn't have the clock? Like, we just had the festivals that we always practice, but we didn't know what our non-yearly festivals are. So there are festivals that we've forgotten about.
Festivals you've forgotten about? Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
Probably. Like, I don't know if the festivals are built into the clock. We do have a festival manager, and I think they have their own calendar. They probably can figure it out without the clock. And the clock's only been missing for since midway through winter, so a season and a half.
Ew.
And
I thought all the clocks had been stolen for
a
while before that.
Yeah, we know winter stole the clocks.
Well,
Gotcha.
when she made it eternal winter, she also stole the clocks. I think mostly the clocks weren't working or something, but
Oh, that might have been what I was thinking of. Yeah.
Cool. So what do I need to roll to fix this? And does Ash
Well, you don't have
a
the
character sheet?
skill. This is the final test she needs to make. And it can be perception / agility. And if you fail, there's 3 really good options.
Should I just roll this from Ashlyn's character sheet?
Yeah, it's going to be the same stats.
Okay.
I think if you fail, you're going to piss off the winter goddess.
Oh, jeez. You said it was agility and perception?
Yeah. I think you just get to pick the highest, right?
No. It's
for but you don't have the skill yet.
Yeah, but it's both.
Okay.
It's the average of the two of them.
All right.
Round it down.
Yep. But it's okay because both my agility and perception are 5, so it's fine.
Oh, there. Okay.
Yeah. I think I get to choose which one of them if I get a test towards that instead of being learned.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Ah, okay.
It's the average of both. Okay, where was I? I was going to be naming this as clock making. All right, dice, don't fail me now.
Dice, don't fail me now.
Does Ash have anything? I mean, he can't fork into being learned. Never mind.
Yeah, I think she has a couple persona, and
I mean, I think this is very important for her as a character.
yeah,
So I'd be willing to spend 2 persona on this for her.
yeah. I think she has a double persona and a fate,
Okay.
and it's gonna be obs of 3.
No, I just rolled it ob 1. Shit. But it's okay.
Whoa.
Oh, no, I didn't do it. No, 5 successes. All right, I need one more.
My small rubber doggo scares that Toggle doesn't even use.
All right, let's go. No!
No.
Oh, so close. So very, very close.
All right. So the clock makes this groaning noise. You know, like it just sounds like it's ticking too fast, and all the little gears are whirring way too fast. And but it makes its amazing season-changing chime. It just sounds kind of dissonant, and it makes like the whole house rattle.
That's impressive because this is a huge mansion.
Yeah.
Um,
And you hear like someone groan in pain, and the winter goddess teleports in, and she just kind of fixes Ash with a scowl.
Winter, hello? You seem a little upset. Is everything all right?
These clocks, they're my one weakness. When you make the clock time, the seasons, she just like is like she has like this terrible migraine. She's just holding her head. She like falls to her knees.
Oh. But
I think we'll switch away from the scene here.
okay.
And we see the clock. You know, the little gear sign is flipping around, and it goes from the pig, and then it flips over, and looks like a sheep, but then it flips over again, and it's now the year of the wolf.
Oh. I like it.
All right. So now we can start playing our characters in summer. Now that summer has officially arrived.
Your character in summer. Yes.
Nice, we're done with it. Let's look at Estevan. Yeah.
First of all, we're on the hour. Is it time for a break?
Ah, yes, that is a very good point. Let's take a quick break.
Okay.
Short one. Say 4 minutes. And let me start that timer. Break screen. That's not the right break screen.